Here it is. Sorry. There's so many tabs open for me right now. Don't save. Give me one moment. There we go. Can you guys see my screen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Well, for Nicholas, I want to say thank you for attending.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No problem.
I'm very happy to announce that the Hult Prize, Eco Engineering, and Startup FIU, we're all working together. I see the initiative and all the things that Eco Engineering is doing as an amazing project-based club for students, and just from attending some of their events and just interacting and talking with Olben, I know you guys are in great hands. And just from other team members that I've met, it's just overall a fantastic ship that you guys are running. And as someone who's running an organization myself, I take a lot of inspiration and cues from the work that you guys are doing.
Thank you. Thank you. Let's see. Victoria is joining us. Happy to see more people joining us.
Perfect.
Yeah. Hey, Victoria.
Hey, how's everyone doing?
Good. You're actually right on time. I was about to start presenting.
Perfect. Go ahead.
So the Hult Prize, the Hult Prize is a program that's being run by Startup FIU. And Startup FIU, just to give you an overview, they are all about bringing the entrepreneurial spirit out of all of us. So whether you guys have a business idea, you're looking for funding for the work that you're doing already, you just want general mentorship, or you just need a place to study and someone to talk to, I highly recommend to everybody to stop by Startup FIU. Even if there's a program going on or not, it can be a great study space. Olben knows that very much,
Yeah.
so he's always there.
Not really nice space.
Yeah, so I recommend checking us out. We have a lot of great programs going on all the time. And what's nice about it is that all the programs that we're running are student-led. So because of that, it has a very, not casual, but it has a very personal and intimate feeling. It's not just like someone lecturing to you, but we're all collaborating and we're all working together to achieve a common goal. So the Hult Prize is the largest entrepreneurial competition in the world. It's 121 countries. It's thousands of universities, and it's about 50,000 to 100,000 students compete in it every year. And it's all about bringing students together into teams to form a business idea that is meant to solve a specific societal issue based off of the United Nations Development Goals. So this competition, it's not a small competition at all. You are competing for $1 million. It's an opportunity to fly not only to different states, but to fly to different countries around the world. So this actually sums up the very similar thing. So right here, you can see the story of the Hult Prize. It's a venture that was launched in 2009 by the college that shares the same name, the Hult International Business School. And all over the world, it has engaged millions of students. And a lot of the alumni who came out of this program, even to this day, are still working and building upon the ideas that were made here. There's a lot of excellent and life-changing skills that students get out of this process, including just learning how to collaborate, looking how to work with other teams, other individuals, how to present yourself properly, how to pitch to a panel of judges to get an investment. And not only that, for the winning teams, you guys become representatives of FIAU. And for resume experience, this program always looks fantastic to show you guys engage in a startup endeavor through the largest competition in the world. So every year the prompt changes. So as you can see, we've gone through since 2000, and it started in 2009, but the prompt started coming out in 2010. And as you can see, every year it changes and it focuses on a major societal issue. And as you can see over here, the theme of this year is redesigning fashion. So, and once again, this competition it's hosted by not only the Hult Prize, but a program called Education First and the Clinton Foundation. So Bill Clinton is heavily involved. He's often the keynote speaker for all major events regarding the Hult Prize. And if you guys are part of the winning team this year, you're most likely going to be seeing him face to face as he hands you guys the award. So if you guys want to learn more about the track history of the Hult Prize and the businesses that have come out of this, feel free to Google and search up any of these businesses. All of them are very successful endeavors that are still growing to this day and having large local impact. Not just local, but some of them are reaching national and international levels. So some of these that like the biggest success story in this is one, Rootopia from 2019, which is all about bringing tourism to rural areas of Latin America, bringing in more economic activity to those regions, allowing the farmers in those areas to be able to better their life situation. And you have Aspire Group, which was a farming company for bugs that found ways to introduce bugs into our daily diet. And Aspire Food Group, they've honestly been one of the biggest inspirations for me going through this process. I mean, just seeing how they are opening factories left and right, and now they're having international operations, just shows the type of Kickstarter energy that this program can offer to students. So the Hult Prize has had over a million alumni, so 1 million people interact in the program. Every year, on average, it's about 100,000 students. You have 10,000 experts come in to judge various startup ideas, and it's 120 countries all around the world. So this program is open to all students. So it doesn't matter what you're studying or your current academic standing, whether you're an undergraduate or a PhD student. All that matters is that when I officially register teams, that you are an active FIU student. So teams, I know this slide says 3 to 4 students, but this year they're giving more flexibility where teams can be 2 to 5 students, and alumni nor faculty can, I cannot register them as an official team member. However, I always tell teams, if you know someone that can help you out with your idea, please talk to them. Please try to see how you can bring them in and work and collaborate with you. I just personally cannot add them into the official team roster. But feel free to like leverage your network, talk to as many people as possible, and try to see what outcomes can come from it. So how the process works is that right now we are in the on-campus program phase where teams are coming together and they're creating the early stage of their pitch, and they will be delivering that pitch in front of a panel of judges. Now, the on-campus competition occurs November 30th. The time is pending, but we'll be letting you guys know very soon. After that, the winning team will be flown out to regionals. And this slide is a little outdated just because they've made some changes this year. But after regionals, you're going to be going to the semifinals. And after the semifinals, you're going to be going to the accelerator program, where the Hult Prize, they are going to be working with you guys one-on-one, training you guys and helping your business idea go past the idea phase and into a full-fledged business. Because if they're going to be handing you $1 million, they want to see more than just notes on a notebook. They want to see more than just a PowerPoint presentation. They want to see that you're serious about your business idea too. So this year is all about redesigning fashion to make it more sustainable. And there are many different innovative approaches that students can take to tackle this situation. So just to give you an overview of the fashion industry, it contributes $2.4 trillion to the global economy. It produces 150 billion articles of clothing every year. And as the population keeps on expanding, we're going to be producing more waste and more chemicals entering into our water supply. So if there are any time to act, the best time was yesterday. but the second best would be now. So this is the time to come in, and with all the craziness that's been happening over the last couple of the years, we can see that this is the time when the world truly needs disruptive ideas from new perspectives. And it also employs 300 million employees all around the world. And most of the employees in the fashion industry are often women, and they're often very much underpaid and poor working conditions. And it's the third largest manufacturing sector in the world. So our job now is to come up with the ideas that are going to be the businesses that are going to be solving these societal issues. It needs to be contributing to making fashion more sustainable, and also meet one of the sustainable development goals set by the UN for the 2030 deadline. And a lot of people, they start worrying about the United Nations goals, but don't let that scare you, because their goals are very broad. If even sustainability is one of their goals, so as long as you're participating in this, it is very unlikely that you wouldn't be able to hit one of those goals without even trying. So actually, I've already gone over this slide before, but it's all about forming your teams, forming your ideas, making sure you have a solid pitch that you're ready to deliver in front of a panel of judges. So don't let the word fashion scare you away. I just wanted to show you guys some examples of how you can still contribute to this industry using your unique background. So you could have like more sustainable clothing materials. You could have AI platforms that deliver like better fitting clothing for the body so that there's less clothing returns. You can have new approaches to vintage and thrifting. You can have 3D printing for modeling so that the model is exact the first time instead of going through tens, if not hundreds of different variations. Like the possibilities are truly endless. And I've seen a lot of wild and absolutely amazing ideas come from this competition already. So here are some of the success stories that I mentioned earlier. This is just a close-up shot of it. Feel free to take a picture of this if this will help you guys get a better understanding, or if you want to do more research, just so that you could see the impact that this program has. So this is the current timeline for the Hult Prize. Right now we're in step 1, which is the qualifiers or the on-campus program. And I know it says from November 1st to March 1st, but that's just because this is an international competition and different universities start at different times. Right now, our pitch day is listed as November 30th. So the end of qualifiers is November 30th. But we may push the extension back a little bit, but for now, our date is November 30th. So on average, from those 100,000 students that interact with this program, they form team. We get an average of about 20,000 teams. And from this section, from this step 1, the 20,000 already cut down to 3,000 teams. And those 3,000 teams are sent to the quarterfinals. And from the quarterfinals, that's where you're going to be meeting over 200 different judges. Of course, you're not going to be speaking in front of all of them because this happens all over the world. They have quarterfinals for each and every region, but you guys are going to be talking to a lot of judges, and they're going to be narrowing that 3,000 to 900 students during the quarterfinals. After that, those students are going to be going through the semifinals, which is going to be the next round, and we're going to be experiencing even more cutoffs. And then for the teams that make it past the semifinals, now is the time when your business idea starts to become a real business. So that will be during the summer, and you'll be going through a global accelerator that's going to help push you guys forward. It's going to give you one-on-one training with the Hult Foundation themselves, and they're going to cut the number that's entering into the global accelerator, which will be 20 teams, down to 6 teams. And the 6 surviving teams are going to make it to the global finals, because they want to make sure that there's top talent, there's top quality, and the people who are truly in this are truly invested. Because there's a lot of teams that come in and they're extremely excited and they're extremely interested, but sometimes their nerves get to them right before pitch day, or sometimes for whatever circumstance or for whatever reason, something comes up. So they like to be very strategic and they like to be very strict, especially as the competition goes on and on and on. So once you reach the global finals, it's going to be an internationally broadcasted event. This year, it was, I believe, about 200,000 people tuning in around the world just to watch. And not only will you guys be going through the final wave of the competition and possibly winning the $1 million prize, you are going to you're going to hear and learn about the next year's competition, the next year's prompt. So, and keep in mind, all this information is going to be on a Google Drive that you guys have access to. These slides are just going to be going more in detail about each and every step. But let's say, although the judges have to pick one winner from each campus, let's say if you're not the one that's picked, you can still submit a direct application to the Hult Prize Foundation. And if the Hult Prize Foundation likes your idea, they would still take your team from the campus to the quarterfinals. So even if they say no to you, don't let that discourage you away from anything. You can still apply and you can still have a good chance of getting in. They're saving about 30% of the room for the quarterfinals for the people that are submitting their application. So in the quarterfinals, as I said, this is happening all over the world. So each continent is going to have at least one location where it would be occurring. So since we're in the United States, it's going to be occurring in Boston. And then the semifinals, for the semifinals, our situation is that they have not announced the cities yet, but I'll be letting everybody know in the month of November because that's when I'm going to get access to that information. And then this is just a little bit more information about the semifinals, which all of this will be on the Google Drive for you guys to have access to it. And then the global accelerators, it's broken up into two parts where the 20 teams that make it from the semifinals will be going through an accelerator program. And from that accelerator program, they're narrowing the 20 teams to only 6. And if you are in the collective of 6 teams, you'll be sent automatically to phase 2 and the finals. And sorry, if you hear my dogs barking in the background, please ignore them. Yeah, once again, these are global finals from this year. They're currently doing a world tour and promoting their businesses. And since this competition, they've been able to attract a lot more funding for their startup idea, and it's starting to become a very successful endeavor for them. So I'm extremely happy for them. Just hearing and talking with them has been a great experience for me, and I've learned a lot from them. So this year, just to stay within theme, since we're all about sustainable fashion, why not have the finals be hosted in the city of fashion? So this year we're going to be hosted in Paris, and not only will the first place team be winning $1 million, the second, third, and fourth team are going to be winning cash payments as well. So even if, let's say, even if you guys make it to the finals and you don't win first place, you can still get an investment into your business. So if you guys want to stay connected with everything Hult Prize, the best way to do so is the Instagram. This is the Instagram that I'm running for the Hult Prize for the FIU branch. But if you want to see the program overall, these are all the social media links. And yeah, so if you guys want to join the community, feel free to scan the QR code. If you guys are watching this from your phone, I completely understand. I'm going to be sending the link into the Inco Engineering Hult Prize group chat, just so that I can lock you guys in as people who are interested in this program, and I can start sending you guys more information. But I'm here for you guys for every step of the way. So I'm really excited to see all the bright and amazing ideas you guys are coming up with. So does anyone have questions?
Clifford, is there another slide? Is that the last slide? I feel like I had another.
It seems like that's the last slide.
Okay. Okay. All right. So before you guys ask any questions, I just want to like explain the role of eco-engineering in this, right? So as you can see, the Hult Prize is a very intricate program here at FIU, so you guys can take advantage of it. And of course, you can just come with your idea, you know, to the pitch competition and present. But I feel that it's possible to go even further by utilizing like more resources that we have, right? So that's what we're partnering with the Hult Prize competition at FIU to give students more resources at hand to develop their ideas further, right? As you guys know, there are many competition clubs at FIU that do complex things. So this is just one of them. This Hult Prize competition is just another of those projects. So there's almost no difference, right? For example, if you're developing a new fabric, right? You know, the stuff that you need to do that requires, you know, people, funding, materials, and organization. Basically, like a club, like how a club runs. So instead of starting from scratch, you can just use our platform and our resources to get you started and develop anything, right? So our resources include, you know, access to our Google Drives. It has 100 gigabytes of space, so you don't have to use yours. Our collaboration tools like Trello and Discord. You know, like access to our network, you know, our other club members, sponsors. And also another interesting thing, because we're a club. As a club, we can do club things that if it allows us, like for example, host events, right? So if, for example, you want to bring investors, like people interested, maybe to raise $1,000, right? You can like you can let me know, and I can like reserve a room for you to bring those people to FIU and for you to present to them, right? Additionally, you can also use our name, the eco engineering name, to look for sponsors, right? The same way how many technical clubs have like sponsors for their projects. Like I don't know if you guys seen the racing car, the Panther Motorsports racing car. They have like a bunch of sponsors in their thing, like in their car. You know, and the same thing could happen with this. You know, you can go to one of these companies, but instead of like going with your name, you know, with just the name, your name, and just saying that you're like an FIU student, you can go as, I am part of eco engineering, and on behalf of eco engineering, I am requesting a donation to help me start up this project, you know, which is more, it creates a sense of more trust, compared to if you go just with your own name and personal background. When you're starting out, you know, this is when you just like starting like at this exact moment, if you were to start at this exact moment. And that, like, the thing is that by starting early, like on a project or idea, you're able to create confidence to anyone who you're presenting with. Like, for example, if you have a prototype and everyone else only has like a general idea, like it just shows that you think about this throughout and you understand how what your idea is capable of, right? And you can do that, you know, because as part of our club, you will have access to our space called the Student Maker Space in the Engineering Center. I don't know if you guys have been there, which is a space just dedicated for students to assemble and build things. And then there's another space, the Machine Shop, which is more for complex things. But the maker space is a place dedicated for you to build things, right? So you, as part of our club, a member of our club, you have access to that. So think your membership into this club as more of as like a power up, you know, into the Hult Prize. You know, you can just go to the Hult Prize like that, you know, no problem. But like by being part with us, we can give you more to help your idea get started if you're really, really serious about it. So, and also, you will fall into our organization, like how we organize our projects. So let me show you. So, well, to give you a bit of context, I was telling Nicholas that our main project is building a fully electric vehicle for the show Eco Marathon. The show Eco Marathon is a international competition, just like the Hult Prize. But the main focus is to build like a hyper efficient vehicle for made and designed by students, right? So we had to build that by April. So that is a really complex project, many moving parts, very complex, right? So it requires a lot of organization, right? And your idea, because it's a business idea, something that's is real as well. You know, it requires the same type of seriousness and the same type of organization, right? So for that reason, I've organized the project, the electric car project in the Trello into different things. For example, I have like this is a backup team, but for example, the drivetrain team, which is this team deals with hardware. You know, we have like how we organize our tasks, and we move forward into every single step of the way into building the car, right? So similarly for the Hult Prize team, for the two of you guys who came, I have another Trello board, but it's much simpler, right? Because I'm trying to make it very general. So what I'm trying to do is to each week give you guys like an organized way into structuring your idea, right? So that you know, you have like a clearer way of how to go about into competing this, right? Because the good thing about having a lot of freedom is that you can do basically a lot whatever you want, whenever you want. But what happens is that, you know, procrastination occurs, and then you forget that you were working on this and things like that. So it's good to just you know, keep ourselves in track of what's it called, what are we doing, right? So Clifford and I constructed this roadmap that explains basically what are we doing for the eco engineering. So the first week is to okay, hold on. I have did you Clifford, did you see the slide that I added? I had added a slide here. Oh, here it is. Okay.
Oh, strange.
Okay. Yeah. So this is the roadmap that Clifford and I created. So the first stage, which is this week that the stage goes by week. So first stage is this week, second stage is next week. So the first stage, like the first task, is to find a problem that you're interested in, right? To like just explore the industry, like an industry that you're interested in, and just focus on the problem, and then create a solution to the problem on the second week, and then finding limitations and limitations to your solution and competitors of that solution that you have. Then the fourth week is about finding your ideal customer, right? The ideal customer who will be interacting with your business. The fifth week is about constructing a business plan to make sure your business is actually profitable, it actually makes sense. And then the sixth week is just to prepare for the actual competition, like creating your slides and and doing what's it called, practice presentations, and then the 7th week is just the actual pitch, right? So what I wanted to do is assign you guys these 2 tasks. The first task is what I said for the first week. Review the problems of the fashion industry, like find examples, find current solutions or limitations. Like current solutions, like of the industry. For example, like some industries like to greenwash and say and try to post their products when in reality they're actually just doing nothing. It's just pure marketing. And then I guess like the most thing you can focus is to find out a problem that actually appeals to you, like a niche. And like Clifford was saying, you know, it doesn't have to be like specifically about fashion. It just has to have an impact in some way about fashion. For example, even electric car, like let's say electric cars didn't exist and you for some reason were the first person to figure out electric cars, right? You can just say, oh, okay, I invented this electric car and because to transport clothing, you need a gas-powered cars which produce a lot of fossil fuels. Let's use this electric car that I invented that produces less fossil fuels, right? And then boom, you already part of the competition. In a completely different industry, from like completely different like aspect of the industry. And then next week on Friday at this time, we're gonna present, you know, like your problem, right? The problem that you're interested in, and just talk about it. So these sessions are more just to, you know, develop your ideas in a more like individual manner, how eco-engineering does for the rest of the teams. You know, so I'm treating you guys like similarly to my other teams, to guarantee success, to guarantee that you're actually going to do really, really well in the competition, right? So yeah, so I will need you guys to be in the Trello so you guys can see this. I posted a link on the document. Apart from the Trello, you will have also the Discord. I send you guys a document with information about the Discord, but I have to send you the link and a new link for the Discord. The Discord is the place where everyone in the club interacts. You know, you can talk to the drive stream team if you choose to, the shell team and things like that. So, but like the most important thing, I guess, for us is just the Trello and the what's it called, the drive, right? So here are your resources. You can we can make a new folder here for stage 1, you know. Sure. So stage 1 is about finding a problem, right? So you can put your problem, what you found here. All right. So yeah. Yeah, that's all I had to say for the partnership with Eco Engineering and Hult Prize. Do you guys have any questions?
Yeah. Hey guys. Thanks for the presentation, by the way. I just got a question about like the minimum team sizes and stuff, or maximum.
Yeah. So typically in previous years it's been 3 to 4, but this year it can be 2 to 5 individuals per team.
Okay. So you could even work as a duo for your project.
I'm sorry, could you repeat that? I had a little bit of static.
Oh yeah, no problem. I said like you could even work as a duo if you wanted to.
Yeah, that wouldn't be an issue. Like if you just only like working with your best friend, or you only like working with people in eco engineering, no problem. And even another thing that Olben said, like, and that I want to build upon also, this thing, like your business idea needs to just relate to sustainable fashion. So even electric vehicles, like the project that eco engineering is working on, that can still count and still would work and still would satisfy what the Hult Prize is looking for. Because electric vehicles are a more sustainable method of transportation, and clothing is often transported through a lot of trucks.
Yeah. All right, thanks.
Absolutely.
I just gotta I want to ask about eco engineering. You guys are an EC or?
So right now, we are operating virtually because we're just focusing in designing the car.
Right.
So we don't need to be together to design the car and research. We can just do everything that in our computers.
Yeah.
So, and then during the spring semester, we're gonna start building the car.
So I know for that eco marathon you need a prototype, but for the Hult Prize, if you had, would that be beneficial? Like building a prototype, is that a requirement? Would you need?
It's not no, it's not a requirement. You don't need a minimum viable product, especially at these stages where we're at, because like right now, all we're looking for is your idea and that you're able to talk about it in the form of a pitch for about 3 to 4 minutes, you know? So like, you don't necessarily need a minimum viable product. And besides, it's not all product based. A lot of people are going to have service based businesses that they want to start. So no, but maybe in the future, maybe. And especially when you're presenting to the judges in a quarterfinal or semifinals, that's one thing that would definitely keep you, like, make you guys stand out.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Yeah, so by then, you can use our resources more extensively. But like after now, like we can take advantage is how we organize the pathway for the competition, right, in a very organized manner, so that it makes it easier for you to see what you need to do, right, without you having to organize yourself, you know, like by dividing the work in a weekly basis, you know, it makes it like easier to get anything done. So yeah.
Hi. Okay, I have a couple of questions.
Yeah.
First of all, I love the presentation. I love this entire thing, like this topic. Actually, sustainable fashion is one of my personal favorite topics in sustainability. So yeah, this relates to my question. I already have like a small business in which I upcycle jeans, you know, like secondhand clothing into handbags.
That sounds interesting.
Yeah, I can send you guys the link if you want, or my Instagram.
Yeah, you can share in the chat. That would be nice.
Absolutely. I would
send
love
it now. But the other thing is that I'm currently in Panama. I'm a fully online student. So I wanted to make sure that I could fully participate in this, being a fully online student. I might be able to like fly to the events, but I'm not sure. Like there's a chance that I could not. Can I still participate in this? Like if the rest of my team can go?
I mean, I hate to give like vague answers to people, but I wanted to say, but since you are an FIU student, yes. But
Okay.
let me just check back with my team and I'll follow up with you directly just to confirm early next week, whether it be Monday or it will be Tuesday.
Okay, perfect. And as I already have like a business idea going, I started this almost 2 years ago. Do you still want me to come up with different ideas for the brainstorming, and like we could present a different idea to the judges, or like what do you think? Like if I should incorporate what I'm already doing, or should we do something different?
I believe that this will still be able to work. This will still satisfy what the prompt and what it's looking for. I don't really see this as necessarily an issue, especially because you're a student at FIU. So this will still work, but just keep in mind, you're going to have to work with other FIU students.
Yeah, of course.
Up to you. If they're also interested in working with this idea, yeah, no problem. And especially you right there, I always tell people, take advantage of your advantages. So for you, for instance, you already have experience with this stuff, you already have a business with this stuff. So leverage your knowledge and the work you've already done to help better you in this competition.
Okay.
So I guess you won't be able to use our resources directly because we are in Miami. But you can take advantage, like I said, like of our organization type of order, like how we're organizing this to make it easier for you to organize yourself, right? But in terms of your idea, can you explain a bit more of the business? What's the business about?
Yeah, of course. So basically, you know, there's a big problem in the waste of fashion, yeah, right? Like fashion industry waste, especially like when go out of fashion, a lot of get thrown out, not because they're damaged or anything, just because they're not in anymore.
Yeah.
So business idea is taking those pieces of clothing that are still in perfect conditions and preventing them from being thrown out or discarded, and instead buying them from local secondhand shops or from people who would otherwise throw them out, and then using them to create purses and handbags and accessories.
That sounds really
So
cool.
it's all local. That was like my main focus, you know, is
Yeah.
another issue with fashion is that everything is sourced from China, and as you guys explained a bit ago, everything like it's made like in horrible working conditions. So what I wanted to do was to buy as much of my materials as I could from local entrepreneurs that sell secondhand clothing, and to hire local seamstresses that could make the purses for me. And that's what I'm doing right now.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
I actually am bringing in a guest speaker to our club who's doing a very similar operation. They don't focus on denim, but their whole entire business model is all about upcycling clothing and making it have a lot longer of shelf life. Another thing that I'm doing with my program is that I'm inviting guest speakers to talk to students during my sessions, just so that it's always helpful to see people who are already working in the industry, see people who are already creating the impact that they want to be creating in the future.
That's great.
Yeah. What I would like to say is that how I personally see the Hult Prize competition is more of bringing students to create a business that creates a very large impact. And by large, you know, I don't mean like large as a Fortune 500 company. I mean like a company that is scalable, that with just the right funding and the right you know, structure, their idea can actually expand into becoming a very large company, right? So for example, what would I do, like if I was in your position, to I guess to amplify your idea more, is just to do what you're doing, but figure out how to do it in a commercial scale. You know, how can you make this process be done for like in the entire United States?
Okay.
You know, how so basically that's what a business plan is about. Like, how can you make a goal happen in a finance, in a what's it called, in a I forgot a word, financially feasible way, right? So like how we do it is that like you said, similarly, like you buy second clothing items from local people. Instead of doing that, you can buy from large stores, you know, like Goodwill, right? You can buy their the stuff that they don't sell at all, and grabs like the items that they can for sure repurpose, and then send it to a local factory to be, you know, processed and then sent to another thing, right?
Yeah,
So
that definitely be the dream.
yeah, and also, you know, and that is just the basic idea. Can you go even further in that, saying, for example, with the clothing that you make, you can make an impact on another problem. For example, like how the Tom shoe does, like for every shoe they do, they donate another shoe, right? So you can do that too, to what's it called, demonstrate that you're creating a big impact, right? So let's say you're creating, for every shirt you repurpose, you're giving another shirt to another kid in let's say Argentina, right? So yeah, so there's like I said, like the sky's the limit, however you want to do it. The focus is to figure out how to make the largest impact as possible, right?
Yes.
So
Great.
yeah. Thank you for sharing really, really cool idea.
Absolutely.
Yeah, saw this this entire thing. I was like, this is the thing for me. Like, I have to join this.
Yeah.
This is what I'm already doing, and I'm really passionate about it.
Yeah, it can definitely, go to very big places. It's just actually attempting to do it and doing what's necessary to get it done.
Yeah, exactly.
You have the opportunity, right? So it's fine. But yeah, so like I said, next week we're gonna do a similar session here, but next time it's just gonna be like explaining what you found, explaining, developing your ideas, talking about it. I guess you can use this space to focus yourself in your idea and just discuss it, debate it, see what we can do. I'm not gonna compete. I just want to help you figure out what you need to do, like how I just did right now, trying to give you idea. For my background, I'm doing mechanical engineering, right? I'm not doing business, but years prior, I did a lot of business competitions, and I competed. And won some of them. Like in my districts, and also the best I done is I went to a national competition in New York. That I won. So it was 50 students out of 2,000 students. So I was one of the 50 students that was able to go to New York. And for me, it's almost it's repeating the same thing, repeating that what judges, the structure, how everything is being judged, what they're looking for, it's the same thing. So I feel like I have to provide from my knowledge in competing from multiple years, and also my technical knowledge from engineering, right? So but yeah, what major are you guys?
I'm a biomedical engineer.
Biomedical engineering.
Yeah.
And you, Victoria? Victoria?
She can't talk right now, I don't know.
What? Sorry, can you repeat? Yeah, I was talking to my mom.
Oh, sorry. I know. I was just gonna ask, what's your major?
Oh, I'm actually electrical engineering.
Oh, electrical engineering. Okay, yeah. It's cool that we are in the engineering little space. We understand each other. We understand each other, but
I'm the one outsider.
Oh yeah, what major are you, Clifford?
Finance.
Oh, you're finance. Okay. All right, that's good. Yeah. You're finance or businesses, right?
Honestly, there we go. Everyone needs someone in finance. But it's one thing that's been really interesting about this competition and being involved with this is that the parties I've noticed that are getting the most involved with in this program are either psychology majors or engineering students. Whether they're computer engineering or mechanical engineering, those have been the two major backgrounds that I've seen a lot of interest.
Yeah. It's cool. I will be able to see Nicholas. It's either I will be able to see the Victoria in person, but yeah, we're here to work together, to develop ideas. I forgot to say to make sure to invite your friends. If you find a really good idea, talk about it with your friend and invite it to the club to in the same like sense of like, this space, using this space. But of course, everyone here is encouraged to attend Clifford's session and all the stuff that Startup FIU is doing, because that is more of like developing the entrepreneurship mindset, right? We're here just to like a thinker, like and just debate, like, and just figure out things. And there's more like educational type of material, to get that right entrepreneurial mindset.
Absolutely. And a lot of my sessions, I also have a Zoom room that's open. And since you guys are in the eco engineering chat, of course, you guys have access to the drive. You have access to my own personal sessions. So I really look forward to seeing and hearing from you guys. And please, like, feel free to message and reach out to me at any time to stay up to date, to stay in contact. If you have any questions or anything, just please reach out to me. I'm in the eco engineering chat, or you could just message me privately. Either one is fine.
Just had one last question on.
Yeah.
So I know like future meetings, you guys I know you're gonna discuss like the project topics and everything, but later on, you guys gonna discuss like running like market analysis and seeing like the viability of income streams and stuff, like, just to refine.
Yeah.
business
So
perspective.
for those stages, we're gonna focus on that, like how can we structure a business plan,
Yeah.
uh
Oh, so you guys are gonna do workshops on those? Like,
well, I'm gonna do that in my session,
okay.
like not that in depth. Well, I'm gonna try to go as in depth as I can, but because I'm running like other teams, I'm running like 8 other teams, it's really hard for me to like dedicate myself to a specific thing.
Yeah.
What I'm trying to do is just guide everyone into the right direction and just make them follow that direction, but yeah, so those topics, right? Like, what does a business plan look like? What is the purpose of a business plan? How do you present a business plan? So yeah, and then like market analysis in terms of like understanding your position in the market, and the viability of success, like the viability of bringing your product to market, so, or service to market. So things like that, like I like to discuss that. I'm very into business, as you can tell. That's why I'm also part of the Hult Prize, like trying to help. But yeah, I'm not like I'm not an expert, but I really like to discuss this thing.
Yeah, which is good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I'm most likely going to be the one who's taking over those sessions. And
Right.
I know, for instance, like my personal like separate Hult Prize sessions outside of eco engineering, like the real experience is in person. But if you guys want, like, I'm more than willing to host separate sessions, like same day, same time with you guys, just so that like if you want to have like a one-on-one time with me, just so that we can talk and I can go over some things. I can host my own sessions about specific topics.
Well, it's good. I appreciate that.
Yeah, absolutely. Because look, I'm here in service of you guys. I'm trying to give you guys as many resources and as much information as possible. And especially if you have even like suggestions or critiques, like I'm always open to those things too, because all that can do is just better my approach.
So I don't know if I was paying attention properly, but when you discuss like the semifinals and finals, like we're pitching idea, like what's the medium? Are we doing like, are we submitting a business plan like you said, or are we making a presentation and giving a talk with slides and everything, or?
Presentation with slides.
Right. Okay. And is there a certain format that Hult Prize needs you to have for stuff laid out? Like, do you have to lay out certain stuff in certain ways for the judges, or?
Like, especially in the phase that we are currently at, like they're not strict about like the approach and how you guys are going, because as I said earlier, like they want to keep things as loose as possible. They want to put as little restrictions
Right.
on you guys, that you guys can really pick the way that you want to present yourself. And of course, like I'm going to be here, I'm going to be helping guide teams, and I'm more than happy to look at individual teams' projects and like help dissect and go over something, because it's always good to get an outsider's perspective on something. Because I've had a lot of ideas or a lot of things that I've been just super excited about that I think are absolutely amazing, but getting outside feedback and getting that one person to say, I don't think that's great, or like maybe if you try out this, that's always, at least for me, extremely helpful. So even though like as a director, I'm not going to be criticizing or like being over the moon about specific ideas, but I will be open to giving suggestions and ideas, and like also helping you guys throughout the process, whether it's forming your idea or delivering your pitch.
All right, thanks.
Of course.
Yeah.
But yeah, is there anything else that you guys want? Because like, and even if like an idea comes to you after this session, like you can still text me and I'll answer it as quickly as possible.
I think everything sounds great. I'm very excited for all of this.
Awesome.
Yeah,
I
I'm
don't-
very excited too.
Awesome. Well, I'll try to like not, because of course I'm gonna be doing my own personal work on this stuff throughout the weekend, but I'm gonna just get back to messaging everybody back on Monday. But please, even if you have any questions, anything, please reach out to me. I will be there.
Thank you so much.
Of
Yeah, you
course.
can reach out to me as well. You know, I'm always available. So like you have 2 points of contact here to help you in whatever way possible. So you guys are not alone into this process, you know, which is for any project is a hard thing starting alone. So just be aware of that, you know, to that you have help. So yeah.
I actually do have one more question.
Mhm.
Okay. So that my group ends up choosing a different idea than the one I'm already doing, could it still like make like a parallel like business plan and make all the steps for my own business so I can improve it? And could I check that with you guys and that kind of stuff?
Yeah, I mean, especially if you run the idea by me,
Can
I'll
you hear
just
me?
let you. Yeah, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, it went out for a second, but I can hear now.
Okay. Yeah, if you ever feel like trying something else, or like if your group wants to pivot in a specific direction that's different from what you're already working on, that's not a problem. Like my job is not to limit your creativity.
No,
So
but what I mean is like if I can still do like everything for my own business like by myself and like check it with you guys, because I do need to improve like certain aspects of my business. So like would I use this opportunity to also improve it and check it with you guys, or
yeah,
that?
I mean, I don't see why it wouldn't be able to fit, or why it wouldn't work. And especially since it is an entrepreneurial competition for that's meant to help inspire and build students' future, like you're a prime candidate.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Of course.
Yeah, so that kind of actually, I mean, that kind of stems to a question I just thought of now, because I was just thinking in the future, because I haven't assembled a team yet.
Mhm.
But like what, I guess I would have to go along with the team's will, right? I mean, like if they kind of veer away from, because I kind of already have a whole idea set out and already like how I'm going to build income, like different side of the projects, and it's like a 3-pronged plan I already have. But so what happens if, you know, you have like a team that just wants to go away from that core idea, and I guess I would have to go along with it. Is there solo options, or?
I mean, even like, okay, even if you have a team and let's say if for whatever reason it doesn't work, like people can always switch around. Like I've had that happen where like teams, they're not happy with the people that they're working with, so they want to try working with someone else, and that's no problem. But what I've noticed is that a lot of people just do not have an idea, and they're looking for individuals who already have an idea. So
Okay.
especially if you have something that's detailed and like thought out in your head,
Yeah.
I don't think that'll be much of an issue. Maybe your partners will have like a small tweaks and edits that they would want to make, and
Right, which is okay.
but like I really don't see that as an issue. Most people just don't know what to do and they're just looking for something to work on. So the fact that you already have an idea that you want to work on helps
Yeah.
you.
Okay, that's good. Thanks. So,
course.
but you recommend attending those team building sessions, right? To find people that would.
Absolutely. And especially with like this eco club, like of course the eco club is going to be focused on engineering, and we're going to be doing more promotion there. So if you want to work with the eco club, or if you want to be also attending my sessions and my team building, I recommend doing both. But either way, like I'm going to help you guys find people that want to work with you guys.
Nice.
Yeah, I guess the best option I think will be is to bring a friend that you trust,
Yeah.
you can talk about this stuff, and just bring him along, and
Sure.
bring the person along, and potentially like make something together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But all right, I want to say once again, it was great talking to all of you guys and seeing everything all your thoughts and like answering your questions. Like I love it when people ask me questions about this, because that shows to me that you guys are interested, you guys are engaged, and like you're actually thinking about this. So I want to say thank you to you guys for asking questions.
And thank you guys for the presentation and the whole team project and everything. So nice meeting you guys.
Likewise.
Yeah.
For sure. Hope to see you next week.
Yep. See you next week. All right, bye.
Bye guys.
Bye.
See ya. Enjoy your weekend.
You too.
Likewise.